What's up, y'all? Trades Travels here with another YouTube video. Alright, so the travel community, the travel bros, they are heated. They're pissed because everyone's daddy, the Godfather himself, Kevin Samuels, made some comments. Kevin Samuels made some alleged comments about the travel community, about guys traveling abroad to get some poo-tang pie. Alright, so we're going to play back what Kevin Samuels said and see, okay, was he roasting him or what, was it justified? Let's see what he was talking about. So I'm going to react to a reaction of what Kevin Samuels said. All right, and I'm going to give you my thoughts as I live abroad. And yeah, so here we go.
Oh boy, this misinformed motherfucker.
Dating is not worth my time in the U.S. Okay, but see, I gotta ask a question when a man says something. Where are you planning on going, man?
I got a whole planet to explore, dude.
My time in the U.S. Where are you planning on going? Because unless you are spending 3 to 6 months abroad consistently, due respect, you're just talking.
All right, so I'm gonna agree with what he's saying. So just from that statement, he's not dissing the people who travel, who date women abroad. He's basically going off on the guys that sit on the fucking computer playing Minecraft, fucking jacking off the anime porn. He's going off on them. Those guys say, yeah, I'm sick of these American girls. But it's like, okay, what you gonna do about it? Where are you gonna go? Most of these guys, they don't have the means to go anywhere. They're just talking. They sit and say, yeah, American girls suck, blah, blah, blah. Okay, but where you gonna go? What you gonna do? And that's what Kevin is saying. He's saying like these guys, they're not doing shit.
Going out of the country for a couple of weeks of the year, in my opinion, ain't much.
Yeah, it's not.
Hello?
Dude hung up, apparently. He couldn't handle the heat.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, when I hear guys say, in the U.S., blase, 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 stupid, I'm gonna be honest. I'm a men's advocate. Y'all know that. When I hear a lot of guys say this stuff, I'm thinking a lot of y'all are just capping.
I think they capping too.
Half of the men in this country, black men in this country, earn less than $45,000 a year. You ain't going nowhere. Stop. And this is one thing I would say that in a man's content. Y'all need to stop talking like y'all are not stuck, capped in the socioeconomic bubble. Your upper and lower limit. You have an upper and lower limit. There is an economic caste system. And for the most part, whatever trade or profession you've chosen, there's a cap on it. Let's say you're an insurance salesperson. There is a cap on insurance sales. Life, health, property, and casualty. The only way you make real large money in insurance is to sell bulk, sell commercial, or sell financial products. But the majority of people who are on these platforms are average income people. I don't care if you're in IT. If you're making 6 figures and live in the Bay Area, cost of living adjustment. Again, unless you're like, he doesn't do it anymore, like Dennis Sperling, who was spending months and months, half a year somewhere. And I talk to men on a weekly basis who actually do live and work remotely. If you're just talking about going somewhere for less than, if you are gone from the United States less than 21 days, well,
All right, so I'm gonna say this. So this is how I look at it. He's basically saying that a lot of these guys that talk this shit, they make average money or maybe even less. And with that being said, if you're making that, how are you going to go travel? I know in the U.S. there's like what, 2 weeks of vacation. You know what I'm saying? Like we get 2 weeks vacation. So how do you really get to travel with only 2 weeks of vacation then if you're making an average salary or whatever, or lower? See, here in China, because we're central to like Asia and even Europe, we have the proximity to travel to many different countries. Not to mention we get a lot of holidays off. Chinese New Year / winter break. We get holidays in like April and May, holidays in the summer, then summer vacation, then October holiday. I mean, we get a lot of holidays in China. So during those holidays, what do most of us in China do? We travel. And it's cheaper to travel. It's cheaper to travel in China. We get a lot of time off. I mean, we have that luxury here versus back in the U.S. where someone's making, okay, 30K. How are they gonna get there? You know, with that. Not to mention, yeah, you can go for a week or two, but like, how long will your job allow you to? Now, the thing with Kevin Samuels, I'm not sure what he's about to elaborate, but what I'll disagree with him on this, if you have a job that you work remotely from, like, I mean, you can work from anywhere in the world. You get paid in U.S. dollars, you know, U.S. company, but you can work from anywhere you want. Then traveling would be the best option. You can live anywhere because the cost of living is typically lower in other countries. U.S. has one of the highest costs of countries is cost of living. So let's say you want to go to Thailand. You want to live in Thailand. You work remotely from the U.S. Cool, because your money will go a long way. So that's one thing I'll probably disagree with Kevin on. Like, if you work remotely, you're fine. You can go travel. But if you have a job where you have to be at the physical location, then that's when the issue comes along. All right, let's see what else you got to say.
Less than 45 days, then you're not talking about anything. You need to be gone 46 days or more. That's averaging about a week a month. So, y'all can stop this as far as I'm concerned. Dating in the United States is this, dating in the United States is that. Where the hell are you going on a $60,000 salary?
You can, if you work remotely and you make $60,000 a year, you're good. You're better than good. You know, like I said, if you work remotely, even if you have a regular job station, you can still do something because the cost of living is lower.
I think that's fair. Anybody in, you got to say, hello? Hello?
That was insulting. That was insulting.
All right, so I don't think that was I don't think that was insulting. I think he's basically just saying like, hey, these guys, they talk all this shit about how the girls in America suck and they're going to leave, but these guys, they don't do anything. So pretty much, this is what I would recommend. Okay, let's say you are tired of the girls in America or whatever, right? Y'all know how I feel about Atlanta girls, so we're not gonna get there. And you want to move, right? Get a job abroad. That's simple. If you have a bachelor's degree and you can get a TOEFL, which you can get online. I'm not sure of the cost. I forgot. I didn't pay for my TOEFL. You get that, you can teach English pretty much anywhere around the world. You can go to Asia and teach English. You know, that's what I would recommend if you're really wanting that, because I think what Kevin is saying, how you need to be out of the United States a little bit more to talk about dating. You can't go somewhere for a week and talk about dating and then come back, because that's a week. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gone for most of the time, then you get to experience the culture. So you need to be honestly just living there. And that's my recommendation for if you want to live there, get a job abroad. Either get a job that you can work remotely from, or get a job abroad. Teaching English is the most common job abroad. All you gotta do is get your bachelor's degree and get a TOEFL. I mean, it's just, and be a native English speaker, and you know, it shouldn't be that hard. But yeah, I don't see what I didn't get anything about him saying anything bad about the travel community. I didn't get that vibe. If you got that vibe, you're probably a fucking pussy, and I can say that because you can't do shit to me. But yeah, I didn't see anything offensive what he said. I thought he just kept it real. So anyway, that's my thought on what he said. I didn't see nothing wrong. I thought he just called out those little guys on their bullshit, because a lot of his followers, I mean, those guys are just there. A lot of those guys are weenies, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Kevin is, I'm saying like a lot of those guys that be following the red pill and shit there, a lot of those guys are weenies, you know. I mean, I'm being real. A lot of them are weenies. So anyway, what you think of the video? Let me know, make sure you like the video, comment, subscribe. Check out my other YouTube channel, Comic Book Sports, if you're into boxing, MMA, DC, Marvel, superhero video games, all that shit. Check it out. It's called Comic Book Sports. And purchase my book on Amazon, Surviving China as an Expat. I wrote a book about China, tips on how to survive there. So if you ever want to move here one day, or you're just curious to know what it's like from my point of view, check it out. All right, I'm out.